Hi everyone! I know there's a lot of frustration out there about bridging, and especially with fonts. Our previous video that I put on Facebook, they moved some things around since I did that. For instance, you changed the color up here now, and in the old video you changed it over here in the layers panel. So I just thought I would refresh and do a new video for a word that has a lot of bridging here. We're going to do congratulations. So obviously over here on the left I chose text and inserted my text word. Now you're going to need a shape, and we're going to take a square and then unlock it in the bottom left corner here. Make that thin and smaller. And I'm going to change the color of that. I like it to be something other than what my font is. Just so that you'll see why here, so that you can see it against the font and see how it looks different. So we'll zoom in a little bit here. So if we did not bridge these letters, this O, when you cut this out on a plastic material, if you didn't bridge this O, the entire circle is going to cut out, and there's nothing to keep the center of that connected to the plastic that surrounds it. Therefore, we need to place a bridge here to slice out. Make that a little thinner. And when I decide on the thickness of my bridge for my letters, I will make several duplications of that so that I have the same size throughout. There's one. So then we'll place this. I'm going to lock this corner and make this, undo that, and make it a little bit longer. I want to leave the width 0.56, but I want to change the height here a little bit, make it a little bit longer. .56. I liked that width. Okay, and you can just place it straight up and down if you want them all to be the same, or if you want to angle them with your letters. You'll have to decide how you like the looks of that, but what you'll do is place your bridge. It's already selected. You can see it selected here in the layers panel. And now I'm also going to select the text, and you can do that by holding down your shift key and selecting this way, or you can select it in the layers panel, also with the shift key held down. Then at the bottom, you're going to click on slice. And what that will do is cut pieces out. So you'll see here these slice results. You're going to want to get rid of all these scraps. There will be 3 scraps each time. You want to leave the word itself and get rid of the other 3 scraps. So now this plastic from the inside will stay connected to the plastic around it, and it will just cut out these 2 pieces here so that your center of your O will not fall out. I'm going to move that to the back because you can see I can't grab that square now, my rectangle. So I'm going to move the font to the back, and we'll do the same thing. I'm going to duplicate that, get a couple of those. So we'll do the same thing for the G, and you can place it down the center of the G like we did on the O. You can move it right up against the edge, however you decide you like the looks of it. I like to click off and get rid of that box around it too, so that I can really see what it looks like. Choose my word and my square. They're both chosen here in the layers panel, and slice. And then I'm going to grab these 3 scraps and get rid of them, delete them. And if you don't like the way that that looks, all you have to do is hit the undo button 2 times, replace your bridge, and slice it again. So we'll do the A in the same way. Place that. Also grab the word, so they're both chosen in the layers panel. Slice. And get rid of the slice results over here. Clean up the layers panel. I like to clean that up as I go. Now here's what I meant about if you don't like the placement. I would choose to redo this one because I want, you can see how this is nice and smooth lines right here, but this A over here has a little notch on it. And I would go back and redo that one personally. I would move it up a little bit closer to the side. So I'll show you what I mean by that. I hit the undo button 2 times. And I'm going to move that word just a tiny bit over. Grab my square as well as that rectangle and slice. Get rid of these slice results. Delete. That looks much nicer. Now we'll move over and we have another A. I'm going to duplicate that so that I have that for the O. Grab both of those in the layers panel. The slice result is our word, and this square, slice. And clean that up. Get rid of those 3 pieces. And we'll move over to the O. That one I need to make a little bit longer. I'm going to leave that one straight up and down so that you can see the difference. Straight up and down are angled. Slice. Get rid of the scraps. And I'll shrink this back down so we can see the whole word. So now you can see the whole word there, and these actually aren't all that different. I angled that one just ever so slightly, it looks like. But so everything that has a closed space, the G had a closed space. So I'll show you up in here in this G, in design space. If you were inside of that G, there's no exit, there's no way out of that. So that means you have to create a pathway between the inside of that G to your plastic surrounding it. So you create that slice so that your center of your O doesn't fall out, and the G, the A's, as well as this O over here. So any of the letters in the alphabet that have a hole in them, a circle in them, this B, this D, the G, and then of course the O's, the E, you would need a bridge in that E as well. And you would do the same thing. You would bring in a shape. For all of those letters, it's done exactly the same way. Bring in a square, and depending on my font, sometimes when I am working with a cursive handwriting font, I have used an oval if I like the way that it looked better in that particular font. Most of the time it's a rectangle, and you can do silk screen to avoid all of this, which is what I most of the time do. So got this here. So this B would be the same way. I'm going to change the color of that. Again, just anything that's not the color of my letter. Make that a little smaller since that B is smaller. And you just place that right up against the edge. Select your font and slice. So as you can see, all of these letters are done in the same way. Anywhere that you have a closed space, you would need to open it. If you have any questions, feel free to place them in the comments. I hope this can take some of the mystery out of bridging for you.